And that's something that I would invite you to do, is to make it like a practice of going and standing in the sun and almost feeling and imagining like the sun could literally thaw anything that feels like stuck and frozen, and that you're like really holding on to, or anything like that, however subtle or big that thing might be. But to actually like let the sun seep into your skin and thaw you layer by layer. And I actually pulled a oracle card for you all, with all of you in mind this morning. So, and it says, let go. And the image is of these hands, and there's leaves just like pouring off of the hand. So it's like fall, like autumn. And it's kind of perfect with what I was just saying about letting the sun thaw you out. This is something that I've talked about before, but I'll repeat it because I think it's always such a good reminder, is that letting go is not something that happens as like a mental choice. We don't just say to ourselves, okay, time to let go of that thing. I know it doesn't serve me. I'm just going to let go of it. And okay, now let's let go. It's not that. It's actually an embodied experience to be able to really let go. And in order to let go, we have to go through the processing and digesting of whatever that thing is. And that also can happen in our body, right? We don't just digest food, we digest our emotions, we digest our energetic environment. I'm just going to put everybody on mute at this point. So it is that layer by layer softening. And so find yourself sitting in a comfortable position. If you want to sit up on a blanket or a pillow, anything to support your hips, that's wonderful. I'm just going to get the music up here. And as you're first arriving in your seat, start to use these first few moments of your practice to tune in to the softening that is already occurring in your body, just by you arriving here in this moment, arriving on your mat, and turning your presence inward. Sense the softening that is already occurring. And sense how when you bring your awareness to where you are already softening, it actually creates more softening. It creates a greater capacity for you to feel and receive as you soften. Now make this next inhale really, really full and deep. Inhaling. Hold your breath, but soften your jaw, soften the skin of your cheeks. Open your mouth and gently release all the way out, and feel that breath guiding you down, descending you down into your deep root, your deep seat, and hang out there for a moment, softening, even soften your belly. And then you just welcome the next breath in. Filling, pause, soften your shoulders. Let your chin drop just a little bit towards your chest. Back of your neck really long. And then open your mouth, gently releasing all the way out. And feel that descending down, traveling down into deep root, deep seat, deep earth, and pause. Hold, and just observe the feeling of emptiness, the fullness within that. And then when you're ready, welcoming the next breath in. So it's a receiving rather than a taking of a breath, it's a receiving. It happens from softening, letting go, and opening to receive. And so just continuing in this way, holding and pausing and feeling the energetic container that you create for yourself at the top of your inhale, where you're full, every cell being fed with life enriching oxygen. And at the bottom, and really sensing space medicine, inner space medicine. Just exploring that for a few times. Noticing where you have a tendency to start to grip. Maybe it's a scrunching of your lips. Can you soften? Maybe a scrunching of your hips or your buttock. Can you soften? Good. And then bringing your hands to your heart in this, and just continue nice smooth breaths now in and out of your nose. You're no longer holding, but you may just observe a small pause, just a gentle, maybe 1 or 2 second pause between each breath. Okay, and then inhaling fully, exhale, bow your head. In an act and a communication to your body that you are here and present and willing to receive the softening, the letting go. And then find your way down onto your back. And as you arrive there, draw your knees into your chest. Drawing your knees into your chest. Softening your shoulders as you receive the weight of your thighs into your belly, rocking gently side to side. And then opening your arms out to a T and just let your knees fall to the left. Long, smooth breaths, using them as if you could have like hands of your breath. Your breath becomes these energetic hands, brushing through your inner space to sense, to feel what's present. And then lifting your knees back up center. Slowly drop them over to the right side. Really easing into your practice this morning, not rushing, not even needing to get anywhere. Really feeling, being present with body. And then lifting your knees back up center. Wrap your arms around your shins and curl into a small ball. But can you do it from softening, right? You're still softening through the surface of your skin, to the skin of your eyes, you soften. And feel your breath sliding through your throat, into your belly, into your thighs. And then relaxing your chest all the way down onto the mat. Keep your right knee in and extend your left leg all the way out long and gentle. And really push, push, push through that left leg. Even your thigh gently pressing towards the earth. And hugging your right knee, thigh in a little bit more. Breathe into your hip. And then exhale, twist. Pull your knee over to the left side. Inhale, back up center. Switch your right hand onto your knee. Open your knee towards the back right corner of the room. And then hug knee back through center. One more time, twist. Using your left hand to pull your knee up. Moving with your breath. Your inhale guides you back up center. Exhale, open your knee towards back right corner of the room. And hugging your knee right through center. Inhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. Shoulders soft, skin on the back of your neck is soft. Good, relaxing your chest down. Switch your leg. Left knee draws in, right leg far out. Reach, reach, reach. Breathe your belly into your thigh. Sense the compression there in your groin. And as you breathe into it, it is widening, expanding. And then twist, holding your knee across to the right side. Inhale, back up center. Exhale, opening over left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist, hold to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, open your knee. Return your knee through center and curl head, neck, and shoulders up. One more breath, feeling it fully. Exhale, relax your chest down. Pull both knees into your chest. Good, arms down by your sides. Extend your legs straight up towards the sky. Push long through the backs of your heels. And then point your toes, reach to the tops of your feet. And then flex and roll your ankles in circles in one direction and then in the other. Good. And then flex your feet, re-bend your knees. Inhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders up off of the mat. One hand on each knee. Keep your right knee in, extend your left leg out all the way long, hovering your heel above the mat. And now breathe into the space between your navel and your spine. You can feel your low back breathing into the ground. Exhale to switch your legs. Keep chest lifted. Hands are on your knee, but you're not gripping and pulling in. The hugging together happens from thigh and belly, breathing and hugging together. Exhale, switch your legs. Exhale, switch your legs. Reach more through your right leg, more than you think you can. Exhale, switch your legs. Exhale, switch. Start to bring your arms by the sides of your hips. Keep your palms spread wide. And this energetic reach from your shoulder all the way out through elbow, through fingers, reaching long. As you hug your knee, your thigh in more than you think you can. Now bring your fingers behind your head, your elbows open out really wide. The next time you pull your right knee in, pull your left shoulder across, and then switch with your exhale. Switch. Good. So the way to go into the challenge, into the processing of the experience of activating your core power, you soften your mind, you soften your lips, soften your cheeks, and just feel. Breathe into the work. Good, hug your knees all the way into your chest. Curl, curl, curl. And then exhale, relax your chest. One more gentle twist through your belly, dropping your knees over to the left side. Full belly breath. Lifting your knees back up center, going over to the right side. And then just continue to roll all the way over onto your right side, kind of end up in the fetal position on your right. Extend your top leg out towards the front of your mat and slowly press yourself all the way up. Coming to a tabletop position. Inhale, breathing your heart forward, cow spine. Exhale, deeply round through cat. So letting your breath guide you as you open more and more little pockets of space through the sides of your spine, through the tissues that connect your shoulder blades and your spine. Soften through the back of your neck. And make your cheeks heavy, your lips soft. And that softening invites you into a greater presence and contentment with doing just this, not needing to go anywhere else, but being fully in the experience of this right here. Good. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, press your hips back onto your heels. And now drag your hands towards your knees, towards the back of the mat. Roll your shoulder heads open and lift through your heart. Let your breath touch your back ribs. Your back ribs. One more breath here. Exhale, soften your chest. Rock, slide your hands forward, cow spine, heart forward. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips to a downward facing dog. And then inhale, slowly rock forward to plank pose. Shoulders come over your wrists, push back through your heels. Exhale, downward facing dog once again, lifting back and up. Take an extra breath here. Just using your breath to create micro adjustments, lengthening through your spine, your thighs. And then exhale, come down onto your knees. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, press your hips onto your heels. Slide your hands towards the back of your mat. Roll your shoulder heads open, lift through your heart, and send your tailbone down towards the ground. If it feels okay for your low spine, you can lift your hips off. Exhale, relaxing all the way. Then rock forward, plant your hands, tuck your toes, lift your hips down and down. Inhale, plank pose, heart forward as you arrive. Exhale, downward dog, tricep. Lower to tabletop. Inhale, cow spine. Exhale, press hips back, hands back. Roll, heart open, maybe hips lift. Exhale, release. Rock forward, heart forward. Exhale, lift, downward dog. Plank pose, strong in your thighs, pressing up. Exhale, lift, and then press your thighs back in downward dog. Good, lower to your knees. One more time, heart forward. Exhale, hips back, hands back. Roll, shoulder heads open, lift. Exhale, release. Rock forward, downward facing dog. And start to find Ujjayi, letting the breath slide against the back of your toes. Good. Inhale, lift high to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Step to the top of your mat. Heart lengthening forward. Exhale, fold over your legs. Good. Rising all the way to stand. Exhale, go right back down into your fold. Heart lengthening long. Step back to plank. Drop your knees, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Maybe your knees stay down for this first one. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Feel your breath. Listen to it. Lift high to toes. Bend your knees, gaze forward, step right foot, then left foot to the top of your mat. Right away, sternum long forward. Exhale, bow over your legs. Good, rising all the way up, reach beyond your fingertips. Keep going, keep reaching, and then exhale, fold. Right back down. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, strong in your thighs as you step to plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Then one more breath here. Bend your knees, gaze forward, step left foot, then right foot to the top of your mat. Heart forward, long. Exhale, drop. Rising to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Pause. Good, slowing your breath down a lot. Really draw it out long. Feel it touch the bottoms of your feet and the crown of your head. Sense your breath in the space around your heart. And soften there in the space around your heart. Soften in, drop in. And then inhale, sweeping your arms all the way down, out and up. Exhale, take all of that energy down with you as you bow over your thighs, bowing in. Inhale, heart lengthening forward. Exhale, step your right leg straight back. Drop your back knee down onto the mat and slowly rise to a low lunge. Good, root into your front heel as you hug your inner thighs towards one another and actually allow your right hip to just gently rock forward just a little. Good, and inhale, breathe up through your side ribs. Good, and now twisting open towards the left side. Arms reach out to a T. Pull your left hip back even more. Send tailbone down, lengthen up. And then hinge, reach all the way forward, chest pitching forward. And then hook your elbow outside of your knee. Palms together in front of your chest. Actually lift your belly, your thigh away from your thigh. Good, slowly unwind and frame your front foot. Lift your back knee, step your front foot halfway back. Turn your toe and knee out to the left, knee to the left. Lean to your right and turn open. Modified Vashisthasana. Good. Pull your sternum forward, push into that front foot and lift into your outer hip. And then exhale, close your hand down, step to plank, full breath. Maybe knees to the mat as you lower, halfway down, chaturanga. Scoop your heart forward and up, charge your thighs now, make them active. Pressing up, find your way back. Downward dog. Inhale, right leg right. Bend your knee, heel towards your buttock, and turn your hip open towards the right side. Press evenly through both palms and almost slurp the energy up through palms, arms, thigh, knee, and now straighten your legs, turn hip down, rock forward, knee, left. Inhale, lengthen, three-leg dog, reaching back and up. Exhale, nice and slow, knee to nose. One more, lengthening. Exhale, shoulders right over your wrist, soften your jaw, and then step your foot through between your hands. Rocking your back knee, slowly left, slow left. Root into your front heel, lift, tailbone down, backwards, lifting. With an exhale, pull your right hip back as you twist open to the right side. Unscrew. Tucking the thighs, lean towards your midline and use that to power straight up to your spine and now hinge forward and reach forward. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. This time step to the top of your mat. Inhale, heart lengthening forward. Heel toe feet wider than your hips. Hands hold the backs of your calves. Inhale, heart lengthening forward. Sorry, loves, the music turned up somehow on its own. Good, inhale, lengthening your heart forward. Hands at the backs of your calves. Exhale, pull your belly towards your thighs, your heart drops. And even let your head dangle here, shake it, yes. You can flutter your lips. Make sure you're really soft, really loose. Good. And then one more little pull back, hands on your calves, gentle pull, belly towards thighs. And then inhale, heart lengthening forward, hands to your shins. Heel toe your feet back together or hips distance apart. And then bend your knees, plant your hands, and step your left leg straight back. Drop your back knee down onto the mat. Inhale, rise up to a low lunge. Okay, so strong foundation is what will allow for greater softening and greater freedom through your whole spine. So really root into your front heel and drag it down and back. Right hip back, tailbone down, pubic bone is lifting. Good, and now feel that you can actually lift. Breathing, you're backwards, lifting up out of your waist. Soften your shoulders. And now from that length, turn open to the right side, arms to a T. Bring your back hand onto either your sacrum, or if it's in reach, come to your back thigh. And then turn your top or front palm up, reach up towards the sky, and then side bend. Feel into your foundation again. Drag, front heel down and back. Good, and now exhale, come long forward, hook your elbow outside of your knee, palms together in front of your chest. Twisting open. Breathe into your sacrum, into your tailbone. Good, and then slowly unwind. Hands find the mat. Lift your back knee. Step your front foot only halfway back. Turn your toe and knee out to the right side. Drop your back heel, lean to the left, and turn open. One more breath. Root to open through your outer hip, and then close this down. Step back to plank. Full breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, pressing back. Inhale, lift your left leg. Bend your knee and open your hip towards the left. Find that slurping, that energetic slurp through palms, arms, knee. Straighten your leg, turn your hip down, rock shoulders forward, knee to chest. Doing from a soft place, three-leg dog, reaching back. Good, and then you stay soft. Soften your cheeks, your shoulders as you hug in. One more time, move slow with ease, control. Exhale, hugging in. Complete your exhale. Really get to the bottom of the exhale before you step your foot through. Okay, and then drop your back knee down. Inhale, rise up. Good, give yourself a moment to settle, finding that strong foundation. Front heel roots down, drags back. Imagine like your outer hips could hug together at the very center of your pelvis. Feel them hug together. And now inhale, lengthen up, and then exhale, twist, open, arms reach to a T. Reach even a little further back through your back fingertips. Tailbone is lengthening down, okay? Back hand comes onto your sacrum or onto your back thigh. Front palm turns up, sweep up, and side bend. Feel your foundation again. Sacrum should be level, balanced. Good, and then come back through center, reach all the way out, and then hook your elbow. Palms together in front of heart. Use that to peel your heart away from your thigh. Check in with foundation. Good, slowly unwind. Hands frame your front foot. Lift your back knee, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, heart forward. Heel toe feet wider than your hips. Bend your knees if you need to. Grab a hold of your big toe mounds with peace fingers. And then inhale, heart lengthening long forward. Exhale, pull your heart down towards the space between your toes. Now, soft cheeks, soft lips. However, keep your shoulders lengthening down your back. It actually feels like up, but it's towards your sacrum, towards the back of your pelvis. Good, and inhale, lengthening heart forward. Heel toe your feet all the way together. And then sitting your hips back into chair pose. Hips reaching far back behind you. Now, rooting into your foundation. So your big toe mounds, root down and pull the mat apart between them. Feel your inner thighs hug towards each other, and then it's almost as though they can roll inward and down towards the floor behind you. Good, and now shift the weight into your left foot. Get light on your right toes. Send your sit bones further back. A tiny scoop of belly towards spine. Breathe. So don't harden against the challenge. You soften into it. Good, set your right foot down. Shift the weight, get light on your left foot. Send your sit bones even further back. Good, both heels down, both feet down. Inhale, lifting your chest. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, heart forward. Step back to plank. Vinyasa if you wish to take it to realign with the rhythm of your breath. Otherwise, just find downward facing dog. Good. Finding Ujjayi once again. This warm, powerful, heating breath, cleansing. It's that digesting, that processing. As your Ujjayi enters into every cell, it's cleansing, purifying. Inhale, lifting your right leg. Exhale, rock forward, knee to chest, and step through between your hands. Now back heel down onto the mat. Arrive, Virabhadrasana 2, shoulders wide over your hips. Good. Now check in, your front knee is about over your ankle. And drag your right heel down into the mat and back, back. Feel how that takes your outer hip back. It even allows your left hip to gently rock forward. And now push into your front big toe mound, straighten your leg, lift taller, and then keep sending your right hip back, back as you hinge forward, forward. Your right ribs pulling out long, long, and then bottom hand to shin, turn your chest open. Now draw pubic bone towards navel. Feel your tailbone can lengthen towards back short end of mat. And then root into your feet, turn, micro twist, turning your top ribs, top shoulder open. Gaze down, bend into your front knee, reverse warrior, hand to your back thigh, right arm all the way overhead. Good, return through Virabhadrasana 2. Release your arms behind you, interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll shoulder heads open, shoot your knuckles straight down. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, keep your chest pointing directly in the wall in front of you as you start to hinge forward. Good, shoot your knuckles towards the back of your mat. That soft draw of pubic bone towards navel. Teeny micro twist, turning open. Good, release your arms, bottom hand down, top arm up, and then gaze down, turn your chest down. Step your front foot halfway back. Modified Vashisthasana, turn open to the right side. Good, one more breath. Exhale, close this down. Step back to plank pose. Drop both heels to the left side. Full Vashisthasana, turn open. Exhale, close your hand down. Maybe you even take child's pose or vinyasa or straight to downward dog. So give yourself what you need in this moment. Okay, finding your breath, all of your breath. Find all of your breath. Left leg rises. Rocking forward, knee to chest. Complete the exhale and then step through between your hands. Good, back heel down, Virabhadrasana 2. Rising up, shoulders over your hips, arms to a T, really extend out. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Feel it descend all the way down through your tailbone like a spear, going straight down into the earth. Good. Now, push into your front big toe mound as you send your front leg straight and your left hip back, 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 back. Good. Inhale, lengthen further up all the way from feet, thighs, heart, and then exhale, reach all the way out long. Send your hip even longer towards the back of your mat. And then bottom hand to shin. Gently feel the tiny twist of your ribs, your shoulder turning open towards the sky. Okay. And then no particle of your being gets untouched by breath here. So feel it go all the way through the energetic lines through your thighs, through your calves, your feet, all the way through the sides of your spine, your sideways. Oh, even touches your throat, your arms, your collarbones, your fingers. Good. And gaze down, bend into your front knee, rise, reverse warrior. Reverse warrior, lengthening up and back, 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 back. Bend a little bit deeper into your front knee. Good. And then come through Virabhadrasana 2. Shoulders right over your hips, arms reach to a T. Good. Dropping your arms down behind you. Interlace now, fingers the opposite way. So opposite thumb and index on top. Roll shoulder heads open, shoot knuckles straight down, lift. And then exhale, you're dragging your left hip towards the back end of your mat as you pitch your chest forward. Good. And then that tiny micro twist, using your strong foundation to support the turning open. Good. And then slowly release your hands, left hand down, right arm up, and then closing us down. Step your front foot halfway back on the mat. Turning open, modified Vashisthasana. One more breath here. Exhale, close your hand down. Step back to plank and take full Vashisthasana, sending your heels to the right, leaning to the right. You can always set your bottom shin down if needed. Good, and then closing your hand down, your choice. Vinyasa, rest in child's pose. Whatever you can do, giving yourself the medicine of softness. Right? So it's not coming from a place of forcing and setting expectations for yourself, but rather being right here, right now with body, not how it was even just moments ago or how it will be later in the day, but how your body is right now. What is your body needing now? Inhale, lift high to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Light hop or big step, or just walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthening your heart long forward. Even press your thighs back. And then exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Hips go far back. Got strong foundation, pulling mat apart between big toes. Inner thighs hugging, reaching back. Bringing your hands to your heart. Good. Shifting your weight into your left foot. Good. Get light on your right foot and kind of draw your thigh, your knee up and towards your belly just a little bit. Good. And now start to extend your right leg straight back. Touch your toes down, just tap them down. And then hug your knee back in and kind of scoop and round your spine a little bit. Hug it. Good, and then extending your legs straight back. Just tap your toes and then hug your knee in as you exhale and find the bottom of the exhale, the true bottom. Softening your jaw. One more time, lengthen, toes tap. Exhale, pull in. Good, slowly step your right foot down. Switch the weight into your right foot. Hug your left knee, left thigh into your chest. Inhale, chest goes forward, leg reaches back, just tap. Exhale, knee to chest. Good, try to change nothing in your standing leg. So you stay in that like half chair pose in your standing leg. Do this one more time, reach back, tap. Exhale, hug in. Set your foot down. Straighten your legs, sweep your arms all the way up. Breathe that energy through thighs, belly, heart. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good, breathe through your whole body. Your whole body is touched by breath.
Your heartbeat within me. My spirit.
Good, releasing your arms down. Sit back, chair pose. Good, shifting your weight into your left leg. Draw your right knee into your chest. Exhale, step your foot back. This time, actually step your toes down. Lift your chest, crescent pose. Okay, find that strong foundation. Front heel roots down, drags back. Tailbone down. And then from this growing, like your spine is this weave growing tall out of your sacrum, out of your pelvis, and then twist open to the left side from there. Arms to a T. Okay, check in again. The tendency here is to like lift the left hip. So send it down and back. Good. Back hand either to sacrum or your back thigh. Good. Front palm turns up, reach up, side bend. Good. Come right through center. Pitch your chest all the way out long, forward, forward. Left hip drags further back. Hook your right elbow outside of your knee. Palms together in front of your heart. Turn open. Good. Slowly unwind through center. Hands find the ground or blocks if you have them. And exhale, press off. Walk your hands, blocks right underneath your shoulders. Now really don't worry about the height of your back leg. And you can even maintain just a teeny bend in your standing leg if that works for you. And then inhale, lengthen your heart forward. And exhale, gentle fold over your leg. One more breath. And then bend your back knee, pull it into your chest. Step your right foot to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthening heart forward. Exhale, drop, fold. Good. Inhale, lifting your chest. Sit your hips back, chair pose. Okay, shift your weight into your right leg. Draw your left knee into your chest. Stepping, lengthening your leg back. Touch your toes down, crescent pose, lifting long, tall. Okay, foundation. Inhale, lift tall, tailbone down. Exhale, twist open. Drag your right hip back, back, back. Back hand either to sacrum or back thigh. Front arm lifts up and over the side of your ear. Good. Come back through center. Reach all the way out. Coming into the twist, hook your elbow. Strong in your back thigh. Again, right hip pulls back, your sternum forward, your sideways super long. And then exhale, unwind. Finding floor or blocks. Exhale to press off. Your back toes, back knee, back hip, point down towards the ground. Lengthen through your heart. And exhale, fold any amount. Your next exhale, your knee hugs into your chest. Stepping your foot down onto the mat. Inhale, lengthening your heart forward. Exhale, fold over your legs. Good. Inhale, heart lengthens forward. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Chaturanga, if you wish to take the vinyasa, otherwise rounding downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthening your heart forward. Bend your knees, gaze forward, make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, heart lengthening forward. Exhale, chair pose. Once again, spinning your hips back. Exhale, skier, heart forward, arms sweep, back and up towards the sky. Good, and then sweeping your arms down, forward and up. Come all the way up to stand, reaching up, and tailbone down, tiny back bend. And then exhale, sit hips back, skier, chest forward, arms sweep back and up. Good, root down, rise up, lift through your thighs. Exhale, skier, sitting back. This time, interlace your fingers and fold over your legs. Inhale, sit back, scoop heart, sweep arms up, rise up. Exhale, skier. This time, interlacing the awkward way. Fold. And sitting hips back, rising all the way up. Exhale, sit back into chair pose and pause. Shift your weight into your left leg. Draw your right knee into your chest. Exhale, swoop your hip or foot back. Step toes down, lift your chest, crescent pose. Exhale, sweep your arms around, interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll shoulder heads open, shoot tailbone down, and then exhale, pitching your chest forward over the front of your thigh. Keep your belly off of your thigh. Tiny bend in your back knee. Inhale, exhale, press off. Heart forward, knuckles, back heel shooting straight back. And then soften. So we're not here in a forcing and an efforting, but really in a softening, a witnessing and observing of the experience. Good. Slowly release your hands. Hands come down onto the mat. Drop your heart. And then step your back foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthening heart long. Exhale, fold. Give yourself about 3 to 5 breaths here, just dropping. Letting it go. The ability to gracefully transition between the doing and the being, the receiving. The key to that is your capacity to soften, to be the witness rather than being controlled by, taken over by. Inhale, lengthening heart forward. Heel toe your feet together. Sit your hips back, chair pose. Shift weight into your right leg. Scoop your left knee into your chest. Sending your legs straight back, nice and slow. Toes touch down, crescent pose, rise up. So your sacrum should actually feel wide and long as you hug your inner thighs together and send your tailbone down. And now sweep your arms all the way around. Find the awkward interlace of your fingers. Reach your knuckles straight down. Send breath into your back ribs. And then exhale, pitching your chest forward over your front thigh. Strong in your back leg, heart forward. And then bend your back knee. Exhale, press off. Warrior 3. Reach back. So where can you soften? Whether it's a physical softening, an emotional softening, a mental softening. On your next exhale, hands release to the mat, to the floor. You can always have hands on shin. Okay, and then step your back foot to the top of your mat. Heart lengthening long forward. Heel toe your feet a little wider than hips, and just drop, melt. Melt over your thighs. Any bit of movement that feels good to you or total stillness, take what you need. You might rock forward and back on your toes, your heels. You might shake your head out. You might sway side to side. Inhale, lengthening your heart forward. Heel toeing your feet back together. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Vinyasa if you so wish. Otherwise, find child's pose. Pressing your hips all the way back onto your heels. Really starting to allow your breath to settle. The particles of your breath settling almost like snow melt on a freshly sun-kissed earth. So feel the snow melt of your breath settling into your earth that has been sun-kissed by your presence, the light of your presence. And then from child's pose, slowly rise up onto hands and knees. Inhale, breathing your heart forward. Exhale, gently round your spine. Inhale again, heart forward, long. Exhale, round your spine. One more time. Good. Inhale, flat spine, neutral spine, heart forward. Extend your right leg or left leg straight back. Toes down on the mat. Breathing your heart forward. Send your back heel down. Pinky side edge of your foot pressing into the mat. And then lean into your right hand. Hug your outer right hip underneath you as you turn open. Even here, can you feel pubic bone drawing towards navel? And now pull your bottom shoulder right over your bottom wrist. Lift your back heel to hip height. Toes are pointing directly forward, hip pointing directly forward. And now bend your back knee, reach with your top arm all the way around. Maybe you catch a hold of your foot, your ankle, and kick your foot, your ankle into your hand. Let your front ribs just gently fan open. You keep that gentle draw of pubic bone towards navel. Good, and then slowly extending your legs straight, arm extends towards the sky. Drop your chest down towards the mat, hand down. Good, and then pull your knee into your chest, gently rounding, rounding, rounding. Good, and then pull your knee all the way through. Bring your knee and your shin down onto the mat. We're gonna come into pigeon pose. So slowly walking your right leg back. Make sure your front knee is pointing towards the front left corner of the room. If there's any props, pillow, blanket, block you want to use under your hip, you're more than welcome to find that. And then lifting through your heart, gently crawling yourself out onto forearms perhaps. Letting your body ease into the fullest expression of the pose. Wherever you are right now, go to the space where your body is speaking to you. You'll know that because there's sensation. Go in there with breath, not with the intention of deepening or changing, making more, making less, but just with the intention of receiving the natural opening without you having to do anything. Sense the natural opening that follows your breath and your presence into that space. Slowly rising onto your hands. And then tuck your back toes. Lift your hips. Rise up, downward facing dog. Might feel good to lift your left leg. Bend your knee, open your hip. Roll through your hip, big circles. And then just finding downward dog once again. Breathing through your whole body from fingers to shoulders, shoulders to hips, to knees, down into the earth through your feet. And then slowly return down onto your knees into a tabletop position. 3 cow cat through your spine. Moving with your breath. After the third one, finding a neutral spine, extending your right leg straight back, toes on the mat. Spin your back heel down, you're rooting through the pinky side edge of your foot. Slowly turn open towards the right. Good. As your shoulder comes right over your wrist, feel your left ribs pulling forward, and then lift your back heel to hip height, charging through that heel. Bending your back knee, reach around, grab a hold, or just reach, that's fine too. Kick your shin back if you found the hold. Good, one more breath. Slowly extending your leg straight, arm up, turning your chest down, hands down. Inhale, and then exhale, knee curls in, spine rounds. Good, and then open your knee out towards the right side. Pigeon pose, bringing your shin down, wiggling your back leg back. So easing into this, you're not just gonna flop yourself right into the fullest expression, right? Just like you would walk, you would take every step along the trail on, through the mountain or the forest. Take every step on your journey into the pose. And then even when you arrive in, the quote unquote fullest expression of the pose, which even saying that is not really a thing. Who knows if we'll ever get to our fullest expression, because the more that we bring our presence in, the more we can soften, the more we can find within. The deeper we can travel within. So even in the nothingness, the seemingly nothingness of just being, sometimes provides for the most deepening, expanding. Beautiful. Slowly beginning to rise, and even on the way out, not in a rush, taking every step of the journey. Slowly finding your way back to downward facing dog, moving at your own pace. Taking any little bits of movement. Maybe you want to lift your right leg, open your hip, roll through your hip. Maybe stillness is perfectly sweet in this moment. And finding a neutral dog, once again, take your breath long through all sides of your being. And then gently return down onto your knees, child's pose. This time, bring your inner knees, inner thighs together. Kind of scoop your belly towards your spine so your tailbone rounds towards the earth. And then send your hips back onto your heels. You may also bring your arms down by your sides so that your shoulder head can roll down. That feels okay. And you even tuck your chin just a little bit towards your chest. So you feel that same rounding through the back of your neck. Breathe into the spaciousness of your belly. So much that it creates that same spaciousness through your low spine, low back. You can sense the texture of nourishment. So that it's nourishment not just as an idea or a concept, but nourishment as an embodied experience through breath. And then bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. Keep your chin towards your chest as you slowly roll your spine up so that your head's the last thing to rise. And then you can swing your feet, your legs out from underneath you. And down onto your seat. Okay, so right shin in front of your left shin. Being more so in Sukhasana with almost creating like a square from your hips to your knees, your shins. And your fingertips by your sides, almost like a little kickstand. So you can lift taller through your spines and your tailbone like a spear down into the and then turning your palms out, sweeping your arms all the way out and up. Exhale, pitching your chest long forward about 10% and then pause. Now, can you breathe the backs of your thighs, like your under buttock, back behind you? And then turning your palms down, hands find the ground, shoulder distance apart. Okay, inhale, lengthening your heart forward. Now send your tailbone like a spear down towards the ground behind you. Good, and then maybe walk your hands out even farther, maybe not, as you lower down onto forearms or all the way out. And then again, breathing into that spaciousness between your navel and your low spine. Breathe into the spaciousness between your pubic bone and your tailbone. Heart forward as you slowly walk your hands back in towards your body. Now lean over towards the left side and swing your right heel all the way around by your right hip. So connect your foot inside of your right thigh. Fingertips out towards the sides. Like a kickstand, right? Lifting you. You feel your side ribs physically and energetically get longer, lifting. And now send both of your sit bones rooting deeper down into the ground, but without compromising that lift. Okay, and then turning your palms up, sweeping your arms up. Now, keeping your sit bones rooting down, feel your left ribs start to twist you open. And then left arm behind you, right hand outside of your right knee. Okay, check in with your foundation, your seat, sit bones rooting down. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, press open. Tailbone down. Feel space come through each vertebra, lifting you taller and grounding you deeper at the same time. But now stay in the twist. All you do is turn your gaze over your front shoulder. So you're completing the twist through your cervical spine. And then can you kind of just lean back just a little gently through your upper chest, almost like an upward dog in your upper chest. Good, breathe into your back ribs, breathe into the space between shoulder blades. And then gently unwind completely all the way back through center. Now, lean over to your left side, sweep your right heel all the way, right foot all the way around outside of your knee. Both sit bones want to root down. So if you need to extend your bottom leg out to do so, you can do that. Inhale, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, twist open to the other side. Elbow holding around the front of your knee, or you could hook outside of your knee to go deeper. One more breath. Slowly unwind back through center. Okay, now coming into Sukhasana with your left shin in front. Finding that almost like a square through hips to knees, through shins. Okay, fingertips like a kickstand out by your sides. Feel your side waist, the length that's being created there as your outer hips, your tailbone are rooting down. Your side rims are lengthening up. Good, and then inhale, palms turn up, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, come 10% forward. And then send your under buttock straight back behind you. Tiny hug of low belly to spine. And then turn your palms out or down, and then hands find the ground. Inhale, heart long. Tailbone like a spear into the earth, and then coming down onto your forearms. Lengthening the crown of your head softly forwards. Send your breath into the tissues between your back ribs and your spine. Good. Heart forward as you walk your hands back in towards your body. Leaning over to the right side so you can sweep your left heel by your left hip. Right foot connects inside. Okay, fingertips like kickstands so that you can find sit bones rooting down, tailbone like a spear, again, rooting into the earth. Feel side ribs lengthening long. And then palms turn up, sweeping your arms up. Tailbone goes further down as your side ribs lift, and then twist open to the right side. Right hand behind you, left hand to outer knee. Good, and then use every inhale to find that lifting. Exhale to turn open a little deeper. Good. And now staying in the twist, all you do is turn your gaze over your front shoulder and find that very tiny upward dog in your chest as you roll your shoulder heads open. Good. And then exhale, you'll slowly release completely back through center. Good. Okay. And then leaning so you can sweep your left foot all the way outside of your right knee. Make sure that your bottom knee points directly forward, or you can even extend your bottom leg out, okay, if both sit bones don't root down. Okay, lengthen. Inhale, reach up. Tiny little hug of belly towards spine so that when you twist open, you have a little more space to play with. Elbow either hugging front of knee or hooking outside of. Okay, and then with that hugging of navel towards spine, you can lengthen your tailbone down and then lift taller. Feel your shoulder blades slide down your back and twist open. And slowly unwind back through center. Lean back, coming into Baddha Konasana, butterfly. Feet together, knees open. Inhale, sweeping your arms out and up. Pitching your chest 10%. 10% forward. Now, lengthen your under buttock back. Send your tailbone down towards the ground. Press your feet together. Now breathe your side ribs longer forward, and then hands find the mat shoulder distance apart. Inhale, lengthening heart long. Exhale, slowly coming down further. If you're going further, otherwise, just lengthening crown of head long forward. Long, smooth breaths, being with every step of the journey of each breath. And then slowly rising up, hugging your knees together. Scoot yourself forward so there's room to lie down behind you. And then lie down. Start with your knees bent, your feet wide, your feet wide on the mat. Opening your arms out to a T, take windshield wipers, sending your knees side to side. And then pausing with your knees center, heel toe your feet back to hips distance. Lift your hips and lower your hips. And then draw your right knee into your chest and your left knee into your chest, your arms by your sides. And extend your legs straight up towards the sky. Now, if you have a block, you could actually bend your knees, set your feet down, and put a block underneath your sacrum. So you get just a little bit of a lift of your hips. If you don't have the block, totally fine. You're still getting the energetic cleansing, dropping down through your feet, down through your knees and your thighs. And feel it all settling down through the back of your pelvis, your sacrum, into the ground. Now go and soften each individual toe. Soften the skin that wraps over each toe. Soften the tissue just below the skin of each toe. And even soften the bone of each toe. Feeling that drain from your toes through your foot into your heel, into your ankle. Tracking that draining, dripping, almost like thick honey. We're pouring down sides of your shins, the backs of your calves. Thick honey. Pouring and pooling inside of your knees. Dripping down your thighs. Move slow. Pouring down into your pelvis. Into your belly. It washes through your heart, throat, and your eyes. slowly starting to bend your knees. Very slowly. At some point, gravity takes over, your heels can just fall towards your buttock. Pause. Breathe into your feet. And slowly set your right foot down and then your left foot down. Feel your feet on the earth. Then root into your feet. If you have the block under your sacrum, go ahead and take that out. And then draw your right knee into your chest. Left knee into your chest. One hand on each knee. Gently open your knees out wide into a half happy baby. With one hand on each knee, pull your right knee up towards your right shoulder. Feel how that takes your right hip up towards your shoulder. And then reverse. Pull your left knee, your left hip up towards your shoulder. And do one more on each side. Right knee towards right shoulder, and then left knee towards left shoulder. And then pause right through center, hugging your knees together. If you like a deeper twist, you can cross your right thigh over your left. Otherwise, knees can stay right next to each other. You open your arms to a T. Final twist, dropping your knees to the left. Slowly lifting your knees back up center, setting up for the other side if you are crossing left thigh over right or not, and then dropping your legs to the right side. So you're still in the practice, and it's these moments here at the end that are incredibly crucial for the true integration of the practice, so that it's not just something that you did today on your mat, but it's something that you become. It's part of, it's woven, integrated into the whole of your being. And slowly rising back up. This time, finding a full happy baby. Holding either onto your feet or the backs of your calves. Gently holding down, helping your knees descend towards the earth. One more luscious breath into your pelvis. And then hands to your outer knees, closing them all the way together. Arms wrap around your shins, curl into a small ball. On an exhale, relax your chest down. Set one foot down and then the other. Lift your hips and lower. Extend one leg and then the other, Shavasana. Arms by your sides, palms up to the sky. And in the same way that you softened your toes and your feet, now do that in your palms and your fingers. Soften the skin that wraps around each finger. Go one by one, each finger. You have the time and the space. Soften each finger. Soften in the creases between each finger. Soften in the space in the center of your palm. And it floods into your wrists, into your forearms. And without efforting, sensing your breath, draw that softening, that energy, like a current up into your heart. Your heart nourished by the softening that ripples out from your palms. So without forcing or efforting, with the intention of your presence, invite your body to open and receive more breath. From a place of softening, you open and receive breath. Find little movements in your fingers. Maybe you rub your thumbs over the tops of your fingers. You can wiggle your toes and point and flex your feet. Maybe roll through your wrists, roll through your ankles. Maybe you take a full body stretch, reaching your arms all the way up and overhead, reaching through toes, thighs, belly. And a big exhale to soften completely, just dropping. And then bending your knees and slowly rolling over onto your right side. And pressing yourself up, coming to find a comfortable seat. Bringing your palms together, Anjali Mudra. And breathe into the thumb to heart connection. Soften the corners of your eyes, the space between your eyebrows. Soften the skin that wraps over your cheeks. And falls down the sides of your neck. Feel this melting through the front of your heart, the back of your heart. And even dropping your gaze down inside to gaze around your heart. Drop into your belly and into those subtle tissues through your low spine. Feeling them melt, let go. Until you melt down into your seat, to the base of your pelvis, softening inside. And begin to invite just a little more breath in. Feeling this breathing up from this deeply dropped, softened space. Now starting to fill all of that space with a little more breath. Feeling it lift you light. And inhale, lifting through your heart. And exhale, bowing all the way forward and down. Bowing in deep gratitude and reverence for this body, for this earth, for this practice, and this virtual space to practice together. The space inside for you to practice. Anytime you choose to drop in, to soften, to feel. And then rising up, thumbs come to touch third eye. The spirit in me sees, honors, and loves the spirit in you. Namaste, everyone. Thank you, thank you. So, if you missed it at the beginning, I was mentioning using the sun as a way of like thawing and actually making it a practice to go in the sun, and whatever, you don't even have to know what it is, what the thing is, but whatever emotionally, mentally, energetically, anything that is feeling stuck or frozen and needs to move or to be let go, to actually use the sun as this like thawing out of your insides. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Hannah.
Love you all. Thank you.
Bye.
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 Charlene. Aw. Bye.